So we here at What the Show started off this channel with the express goal of not discussing Christopher Nolan. Already said the word, gotta take a drink, gotta go. Now you might have tuned into other movie channels today and seen news about Christopher Nolan. And the thing is that we can go in depth on this. We can talk about how with the HBO Warner deal and HBO Max that the studios actually have to buy their movies from themselves to pay out Legendary or say any actor that has points on the movie, any director, that this is going to cause problems with the Directors Guild. We can go in depth. We can talk about the things that they're not going to talk about on this channel. But we're going to have some fucking fun tonight. Because here's the thing about Christopher Nolan. It's not his decision to do any sort of business on, oh, hey, guys. Hey.
Oh, were you breaking some rules?
I drank for it.
I thought I heard a name of he who must not be named. So I think we all have to start off with a sip of our
sip here.
Sip of our
What's everybody drinking tonight?
I've got Evan Williams.
I'm a basic white girl, so Malibu Pineapple, my go-to drunk review.
Juicy, my boy. I knew it.
Nice. So we're not actually going to go on any HBO Max rants tonight.
No, but I will say I am excited that I get to watch Mortal Kombat as many times as I want for a month.
Can I just say that no one is surprised in the slightest that he who must not be named is against the HBO Max deal?
Voldemort?
Say about that.
Well,
have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, he works for Warner Brothers, Voldemort.
Yes.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's some synergy right there. Like that should be, if they're gonna make a movie about he who must not be named, maybe the other he who should not be named.
Okay, we're getting really confusing right here.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Hold up, I just heard something.
Well, what the show is going on, everybody?
Bye. Back to us, Juice.
So, welcome back to the show. So we are in the middle of our Smash Cancer Month. So tonight we decided, why don't we bring on some of Smets's buddies and some buddies of ours as well. And let's talk about some con artists, some shady guys, some drifters, if you will. Or grifters. Well,
hey, Tokyo Drift is still on the table.
We can do them both. But we're talking drifters tonight.
This is all a mistake. Christopher Nolan, he came in. This was them. This was their plot to take over the entire world. Started with the Snyder Cut. Now it's everything. It's all finished. It's all over. We're done. Why do we even? I played my last song. The world is coming to an end because of Christopher Nolan.
Far for the course.
I heard a name, but I thought I heard a noise. It was like a buzzing noise, but I don't know. Hey, Juice.
Juice is back.
I just blacked out for a second. What happened?
Something, I don't know.
Something weird happened.
A really weird thing happened.
Well, now that we've kind of moved past he who must not be named, mentioned, whatever, let's bring on our first guest.
All right.
And this is one of the absolute greatest managers in the Schmodown right now, and one of the best storytellers I've ever met. Let's bring him on. He's a Buffalo Bills fan, so he's feeling pretty good right now about life after Josh Allen threw 4 touchdowns last night. So, Kaiser, get in here.
First of all, I'm not one of the greatest. I am the greatest.
I apologize.
Yeah.
It's okay. I won't hold it against you.
How dare you, sir?
Because I like you, we won't have any check marks against your show just yet. But I got my team watching to make sure you don't try and slander me.
It is early yet.
It's been a slanderous season.
Yeah, but you know, it was 2020. We'll just mark it down as it was the 2020 season. 2021 is going to be a different year for the dungeon.
I think so. I've already, I'm using a whole bunch of new techniques this season. I got a lot of holistic, I got some crystals. I got some talking to some people who know voodoo, thinking about trying something new this year, but you got to always think outside the box. It's when you deal with a bunch of sharks like Roxy Stryer, Coy Jandreau, you don't even know where he's coming from, what planet he's from, who knows what he's going to do, Winston's about as sneaky as it comes. So you just got to keep thinking of new tricks, We
know that if anybody's going to steer into the skid, it's you. So we know 2021 is going to be a different year for the dungeon. And speaking of the dungeon,
if the Bills win the Super Bowl, it's going to be a super different year. Now, listen, I am a 49er fan. I know the lines are blurred because, yes, I lived in Buffalo for 5 years. I learned to pull for those miserable bastards, and they are my second favorite team. Often they feel like my first, but I am a Niner fan, so let the record stay. I don't want any of my Niner boys calling me out too hard, but, yes, I pull for the Bills of Buffalo, New York.
I gotcha. Well,
too hard, but yes.
That must have been tough in the 90s, though, being a Niners fan and a Bills. Well, not tough, but the Bills part of it, yes. But you had best of both worlds.
It was tough on my liver, I'll tell you that much.
Well, speaking of the dungeon, we've got one of your most recent recruits is with us right now. So let's bring him in here, too. You might know him as Galagos. Andre.
What's going on, guys?
There he is, the goat.
So just to concur on your little thing on Kaiser earlier today, Kaiser, you know what? You're the best. You're the best that there was. You're the best that there ever will be. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, look, I brought two guys out of nowhere into stardom, so I'm hanging my hat on that until otherwise noted. But I'll tell you what, though, I am hanging my hat on a Video Drew perfect game this year, and I know you had a lot to do with her training and helping her out, and so I think everybody in the dungeon rised up to get our girl the big win, and hopefully we go out with one more win this Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Let's see. Tune in, spectacular this Saturday, starting at noon.
And that match is second.
I don't know. I get paid whether it's first, second, 10th. It doesn't matter.
I am very much looking forward to hearing you and Jericho go at it.
I got something special cooked up for him, so don't you worry. I'm coming at Jericho. I'm putting my foot on the gas. I'm not taking it off. You can't go half-assed when you're dealing with a guy who's a 10-time wrestling champion. He's got a tongue of fire and a right fist to back it up, but as you guys know, I fear no man. I'll get in front of everyone. If I got to take a lump, I'll take a lump, but I'm going to go out defending my crew. And I'm proud of Brittany. She came in this league and wanted to compete. And she's getting better and better. And I think it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight, quite frankly, because you don't take Jericho. Obviously, he's been in hotel rooms for the last 25 years of his life, waiting to go on, go into a ring and beat the shit out of somebody. In between that, he's probably watching reruns of Arthur on Cinemax. So I know the guy's got a cinema brain. I know he's going to come to play. And let's face it, there's nobody Roxy wants to beat more than me. He knows that. She knows that. She's got another big match that night, but I don't really care about that because I'm not involved. But as long as I can give Roxy a quick little black eye before the end of the season, hell, that's all I can ask for.
Amen.
Oh.
Looks like. By the way, I'm sorry. Kevin Smets is texting me right now. He's yelling at me.
No, we love him.
Yeah, I will.
Speaking of that, we do have our Streamlabs open tonight, as always. I posted the link earlier, AJ. If you want to post that up at the top, pin it. Every single cent that we make, Streamlabs is going directly to Smash Cancer. So every donation, any amount, doesn't matter what. The entire donation for tonight and the rest of the year is going to Smash directly.
By the way, we have one more member of the dungeon tonight. We're just going to keep on adding him as it comes. Robert Parker, how's it going?
Oh,
Man.
it's good.
Go,
Look at that
brother.
hand-
So
See you,
sorry
man.
I'm late, but
Look at
happy to be here. Thanks for having
handsome
me.
son of a bitch right there, that Robert Parker. Isn't he?
Well, you looking in a mirror, Kaiser? What are you,
You know,
talking
I'm
about?
just saying, you're handsome in that Young Guns sort of way. You're a little scruffy, but I like your chances if you go into a saloon town. You're probably going to shoot a man dead, wind up with some poker money and a floozy up in your room at the end of the night. So this is why we drafted you.
The second two, maybe. I don't know about shooting somebody. I'll
I
probably be
know.
the one getting shot.
Yeah.
But
But you're a magician. You'll dodge it.
You know magic.
exactly.
You're like a
Well, no, see,
nightcrawler.
'cause I'm here to cheat at poker and
Oh,
then
boy.
get shot for it.
And then catch
happens-
the ball.
It's like a circus act. You go around every town cheating at poker and getting shot. It happens every time.
Try not to get shot before you get another title shot. How's that?
No, of course not. Of course
Okay,
not.
thank you.
Yeah.
I said another title shot. I mean a title shot. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse anybody
No, it's okay.
Spoilers.
who tuned in last week for the first time.
We got some noobs here, apparently.
It's all right. It's all right. You're just thinking a year in the future already, Kaiser.
Right. I'm just trying to aggravate you and get under your skin and make you keep thinking about that belt every goddamn day of the week.
It's working. I swear.
Thank you.
You talk about it anymore, I'm gonna have to get a picture of it plastered up in my room.
Okay.
That is awesome. Well, AJ decided on tonight's subject, so I'm going to let him describe to the audience what we're actually talking about tonight.
So yeah, we're just talking. He's got the best grift going, the best hustle. It can be real life, it can be film. I mean, we do talk about movies a lot. I want to open up with one that touches a little bit of both, because this man is probably the greatest living hustler going right now. That is Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Adam
I
Sandler's
thought
got
you
the
were going to
best.
say Bobby Gucci is the greatest.
No.
Bobby-
Bobby Gucci wishes he was Adam Sandler right now.
Bobby's pretty good. He's pretty good.
No. So the Sandler next Netflix deal is literally, we're gonna give you $250 million to make trash movies. And he's like, so I can take my friends on vacation to Hawaii. You give me $250 million to do this. We gotta do as many times as we want. The man's running the best fucking grift in Hollywood, maybe the world.
A lot of Sandler haters out there. Just because the man makes questionably entertaining films doesn't make him a bad guy.
No.
Adam Sandler is a blessing from the comedy gods. We can't, and let's face it, he's flexing his dramatic chops. With movies obviously like the Safdie brothers flick, I can't remember the name of it. Gleaming the
Uncut
Gems.
Gems.
Yeah, that
Uncut
one.
Gems.
It's not Gleaming the Cube. Oh.
No.
That's the sequel.
Would have been a better name.
Prequel, really. In a,
Gleaming the Cube is a skateboard movie, I think, featuring Christian Slater. Somebody can check
That sounds
my
about
work.
right.
Somebody can check my work.
Juice,
right now.
Juice, get on it.
Now here's the thing: I won't be watching any of those movies.
No.
But I would never hate on a man for making his almighty dollar.
No, you
And
gotta
that's what Adam
respect the game,
Sandler-
right?
And hey, look, if somebody wants to watch Hubie Halloween and Hubie Hubris, whatever it's called, Hubie Takes Manhattan, whatever it is, if someone is finding enjoyment in that, God bless them. And big ups to Adam Sandler making that dollar.
Oh yeah.
and a lot of people do enjoy it too. Like, maybe not people who are like relatively well versed in like movies and film and stuff like that, but like your average everyday Joe Schmo off the street loves Adam Sandler movies.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why those movies make a killing in all different parts of the country, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if the movie has to be good or not. It's something that they could just play in the background. Like, you know what I mean? It's cotton candy at the very most. It's, well, really bad cotton candy, but anyway.
Still,
You know what it is? It's kind of like shoe polish tasting cotton candy. Now, I've never tasted shoe polish,
I was
but
about
I
to
can't imagine it tastes very good.
Yeah. I imagine the people that like to drink bleach definitely like that taste.
So if
Right.
you remember, they did a South Park episode where Eric Cartman was pretending to be a robot pitching movies, and every single movie he kept on pitching to studios was starring Adam Sandler. Like, yes, we have 500 new movie ideas, and they all
Yeah.
start.
Now, is Punch Drunk Love Part 2 going to be on that slate of Netflix films?
Ooh, I mean, the Punch Drunk Love was actually pretty good.
If they could get PTA,
PTA's might be my favorite living
Oh,
director.
Punch Drunk Love is great.
Yeah.
PTA and Tarantino, probably my two favorite living directors right now.
Just
Absolutely.
confirmation, Kaiser, you were correct. Gleaming the Cube is a 1989 skateboard film starring Christian Slater as a character named Brian Kelly.
That's 5 points.
Wow.
Stephanie,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
5
total
points.
5-pointer.
I just nailed it.
Never heard of it in my life until this
Well,
moment.
now check out Gleaming the Cube. Go down to your local Blockbuster and rent the VHS.
I'm gonna get right on that.
Gonna go do that right now. I'm gonna jump into like our minivan and go to Blockbuster tonight.
I'm gonna jump into our
Okay, but you got that one, you got Brink, and you got Airborne. How'd you rank them from 1 to 3?
But Brink is not skateboard; it's roller skating.
So is Airborne, but they're extreme sports.
These are real movies you're talking about?
Yeah.
There's a skateboard movie.
It's extremely goofy.
Grind.
It's an extremely goofy movie.
Dogtown with
Extremely
D-Boy. That's a good one. The one Sean Penn narrated. Oh no, that was a documentary.
Yeah. But there was a regular Dogtown movie.
Yeah, I was about to say Lords of Dogtown. That's a great skateboard
Is that
movie.
the documentary, Ghost?
No, the documentary I think is. Oh no, it's not Ryan Giants. That's the Stacey Peralta documentary. God, I'm blanking on the documentary right now. Jeez.
Well, maybe you need to go back and study some flashcards with Smets.
Yeah.
Luckily, the
see
MTS doesn't ask about
mid-90s?
too many documentaries.
A valid point.
Did people see mid-90s, the Jonah Hill directed?
Oh hell yeah.
I thought it was great.
I want to see that movie. That looks like a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah,
It's a
like
lot
the
darker than I was expecting.
darker than you
It's
think
really
it is.
serious.
It came out the same year, I think, as 8th grade, and 8th grade kind of overshadowed it because it was like Bo Burnham's first movie, Jonah Hill's. Like there was just kind of an overshadowing. Plus, mid '90s had like a much less advertising campaign, like word of mouth, even compared to 8th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like it didn't have as great word of mouth, but like you had freaking Jonah Hill doing his first directorial debut, and then also you had Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross doing the score for it, which they are incredible.
Oh yeah,
that is, and also that score is just so virtually different from anything they've done even today. So
did they do a Fincher movie? Those two?
they just did.
They've done every Fincher movie since Social Network.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they just did Mank as well too.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, very jazz.
Ooh, they might have done Ben Button too. They might have done everyone since Ben Button. You'd have to double check me on that.
I don't think they did Ben Button. It was
Ben Button was
everything
the
after
Splat,
that.
wasn't it?
You guys say Ben Button like you know this guy, like you see him at the bus stop
Yeah,
every
Benny
day.
Butts.
Like,
Benny Button. You don't know Benny Butts?
Yeah, Benny Button. He let me borrow $5 to get a turkey sandwich the other day.
Hey, you go. This is a baby.
Benny Button was actually my pick for Grifter. So
In case you didn't know, Robert Parker will be playing the part of Benny Buttons in Goodfellas 2.
Yeah, sounds like somebody. It does sound like somebody from Goodfellas, like
It's a
not an
prequel.
Italian guy, but like a
No,
Henry
Benny
Hill
Buttons.
type,
Yeah.
like from Jersey who wants
Hey,
to be in life so bad.
Benny
Like,
Buttons. No one gives a you don't give a you only give non-flattering gangster names to non-Italians. Benny
Yeah,
Buttons
yeah.
is like the Yugoslavian guy who lives around the corner from your grandmother, but he's been hanging out with everybody. We kind of adopted him into the crew. You know what I mean?
yeah,
No, Benny Buttons.
Yeah, he's the guy that does not get made, right?
Ooh. No, he's not getting made. He's driving the bread
No.
truck that they're stealing.
No.
Yugoslavia hasn't existed as a country in like going on 30 years. So that was a pull right there. I enjoyed that.
The geography trivia showdown brought to you by What the Show.
I would posit that very few people who are currently MTS competitors would do well at geography trivia showdown.
We need like a Patreon exhibition.
I would
like,
say maybe
immediately.
maybe 15 to 20% of the current roster would be like good at geography trivia. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, who would you guess for your
Would succeed.
I feel like there are some people who are just like educated and know random shit. Like Lon, I think Lon or like
Yeah.
Viviani. Like those are just smart dudes who know a lot of stuff. Like I feel like they're the kind of person who would be good.
Now, if there was a
Yeah, no,
question
you-
about upstate New York,
Then Kaiser wins.
I could talk a little bit about Western New York. I just had a Domino's pizza guy show up at my front doorstep. I kicked him down the stairs. I said, "Wrong house."
Yeah.
Do I look like someone who orders Domino's pizza?
From the chat.
No, you look like a pizza guy through and through.
What's up, Saul?
Yeah.
Oh boy,
on,
here we
dude?
go. Look at this asshole. Saul's in the house. What's he got next? He's always got something up his sleeve, that Saul.
We're holding you to it, and we will host a What the Show geography.
Geography match? That'd
We're
be
doing a
fun.
geography quiz.
I will. I will.
Really invited to
I
the
will
first.
help.
Oh yeah.
The good news is,
And
the good news is if we can schedule an
not
exhibition, geography match, Juice will get Valvoline to underwrite it, and I feel like we should have enough ad dollars there to promote this thing. I think the first annual Schmodown Geography
Yeah.
quiz, underwritten by Valvoline, and we're going to put Solvers Parker in the main event.
Oh gosh. Ooh. Sure.
They're going to be managed by the Ghost. I'm not coming anywhere near that fucking thing.
All the questions are going to
I'll
be
leave you
phrased
for
like
victory.
Schmodown questions, though. Like all the geography questions.
Mm-hmm.
which country has a Pizza USA located in it?
It's your 2-pointer.
You could ask geography-related movie questions like in Spies Like Us, Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase play GLG 20s, and they have to take the road to what to fulfill their spy mission? Does anybody know?
Like a,
The
those,
road
I
to
know all
blank.
of those words, but I don't know the order in which you said them.
In the movie, fuckhead, Spies Like Us, Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd played spies, otherwise known as GLG 20s. At some point in their mission, probably after they meet Bob Hope in the tent in Kandahar, wherever they are, they have to take the road to blank to fulfill their mission. It's the road to Dushanbe for 14 points.
That is 14 points. Yeah, that's correct.
The road to Dushanbe.
Dushanbe.
You see, all these motherfuckers think I got no trivia knowledge. Like I just come out here and
No,
I
you know
assemble and
so
I
much shit.
wrangle these kids together and I give them a gym to play at and beat the shit out of each other. And I put on a hat and I go yell at people and they think I don't know nothing.
I got a good question. How many miles away are the Blues Brothers from Chicago when they say their famous line?
500.
Blank. Not 500. We're blank miles away. We have a half tank of
Half
gas,
tank gas.
half pair of cigarettes, or full tank
Full
of gas,
tank gas. Half
half
pack
pack
cigarettes.
wearing sunglasses. It's night out.
Hit it. And then Belushi says, hit it.
How many?
1,000?
Miles.
That seems like a lot. I don't think it's
like
that.
400
No.
miles.
300?
I feel like I should know that.
250.
I would say 80 miles.
Remember, it's a full tank of gas.
Saul knows the road to Dushanbe. He knows what time it is.
And it's not a pack,
Yeah.
it's a carton.
No.
well, just logically thinking a full tank of gas, how would that get you about 400-ish miles, depending on what car you have?
Also, with
They
that
didn't have Prius.
430 miles.
They did not.
Chicago.
The Toyota Prius did not exist. From Blues Brothers. They're not getting
The
400
company has a
miles
Hyundai gas
on
eater.
that tank of
So
gas.
we're going like 15, 20 miles
So
maybe.
how many miles is it?
It's 106 miles.
We're 106 miles from Chicago. We got a half carton of cigarettes and what else has he got?
Full tank of gas.
We'll take it gas, a couple fake IDs. We got a Slim Jim. We got four Old English 40s and a half a pack of yellow American spirits. Hit it.
Ooh, yellow.
Oh.
So speaking of Slim Jim, going back to our original topic, that
Sweetheart.
transitions to one of my grifters, and he's an unintentional grifter with somebody who aided him. But this one's real, and Kaiser, I need to know if you actually know this person, and that's Lanny Poffo.
Leaping Lanny Poffo.
Yes.
God bless you, Bethany.
Bless you.
The brother of the Macho
You're
Man.
sneezing all over Baby Yoda, for Christ's sakes.
I know.
So wait, you're breaking down your favorite grifters of all time?
There's a reason for this.
Why is Lanny Poffo on your list of favorite
I'm gonna tell
grifters?
In
Do you all know
1995,
who he is? This is a wrestler. This is Randy Macho Man Savage's brother, who used to come out and write poems. That was his angle.
He beat Hulk Hogan on Saturday Night's Main Event once.
Did he really?
Yes, by count out, but he did beat him. But anyway,
You remember this, but you can't remember like.
what I did.
You can't remember your anniversary?
No, he's good at that actually.
But anyway, the reason Lanny Poffo is on this list, Randy Savage signs with WCW and pretty much swindles them into signing Lanny in 1995 to a 4-year contract. They signed Lanny Poffo to a deal. He never once appeared on TV, not a single time in WCW, and for 4 years got paid to sit at home.
That's impressive. I might need to consult with him about how I handle my business next season. I like this style.
Isn't that how you've been handling your business this season?
Yeah, but that's real nefarious. At least I show up.
That's true.
Maybe forgot about him. He just collected a paycheck.
At least I'm there to take off Parker's coat when he needs somebody to
absolutely
hang it up before a match, you know?
Yeah. You're like Rebecca Hall in The Town. That's
There you go.
you're there.
Around. I'm there.
Just
I help out a little bit. I make phone calls.
Yeah.
I make sure that there's Diet Dr. Pepper in the dungeon for you guys to drink.
Absolutely. That's honestly maybe the most important part.
And French bread pizzas. Don't forget about lunch.
Yeah, most important meal of the day.
Damn, this dungeon is sounding fancy now.
Ghost, when you first walked into this fucking nut job, insane asylum called the Dungeon, and you walked in and you saw shaggy ass Robert Parker looking like he's gonna pull out a 6-shooter and shoot Billy the Kid dead in the street. You see that scowling ass Kevin the Smasher Smets. You see Zipper, you don't even know what day. He's got you confused 6 ways from Sunday. He's got you second guessing your own middle name. I mean, and then there's Video Drew, which she speaks for herself. Like, did you think, like, what the fuck did I just sign up for?
No, I actually just thought, you know what? There's not another place I'd rather be right now with these freaking eclectic group of folks, and just again, it's like I mean, the best way to put it, it's like going to a team with the X-Men. Scott Summers and Logan would never hang out just by themselves unless they were on a team. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's
Point.
yeah. So like honestly, no, it was pretty much a dream come true as soon as I walked in. Just saw how everyone is crazy and everyone's just kind of got their own thing and their own shtick. So yeah, no, it was great.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say no, I was gonna move off.
I wasn't gonna say anything worth the shit, so you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if we're talking grifters, like one of my favorite grifter movies, I don't know if you guys already talked about it before I showed up here, but Focus. Have you guys seen that movie? It's the Will Smith, Margot Robbie one.
Yeah.
That I remember seeing that in theaters. It came out in like a February.
That's actually after my time. It's not before my time. It's after.
It's after your time.
Yeah.
But that movie rocks. He's like a con man, and he like teaches her to be a grifter. It's very good. Like a pre-Suicide Squad chemistry between the two.
I'm a fan of hers. I want to watch Bombshell. It keeps popping up on my queue.
Oh, it's good.
I hear that's a good one.
Wasn't
dude.
she nominated? I'm pretty sure she was nominated.
It's got like all my favorite actresses in there, right? I mean, all of them. You got Robbie, you got Tom Cruise's ex-wife, and Mad Max's girlfriend. Those are my 3 favorites.
Charlize Theron, yeah.
Yep.
Which were you talking about? Nicole Kidman?
Yeah, her.
Okay.
Oh.
And Mad Max's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's Charlize Theron.
Yes, all my 3 favorite working actresses, and Sandra Bullock. I don't want to forget her off the list, but she's not in the movie. But when we were talking about my 3 favorite actresses, just to repeat, it was the Joker's girlfriend, Tom Cruise's girlfriend, Mad Max's girlfriend,
Now girlfriend,
and Sandy Bullock. Those are my top 4.
Okay, that's
There
it.
you go.
Currently
When
working.
you don't describe by the man that they're with. Sandra Bullock is the one you choose to like single out by name.
Sandy Bullock.
Yeah.
Because we're friends.
Oh, I see. Close personal friend of yours.
I
Wish each
sold
other
her-
happy birthday.
I sold her a
You were at
pool.
her wedding.
I sold her a pool. I was at the girl from Will and Grace's wedding. What's her name? The redhead.
Oh,
Deborah Messing.
I was at her wedding.
Yeah, Deborah Messing.
But
Oh, hell.
And she's the woman from 1 Hour Photo. Thank you very much.
she's a phenomenal actress, fantastic
Oh, yeah.
comedian. I don't know why her Hollywood career never took off.
1 Hour Photo.
Yeah, that.
Is that Robert Williams movie? It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dark ass movie.
It wasn't bad. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a bad film. I'd call it creepy as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if it got under your skin, it did its
1
job.
Hour Photo.
Yeah, it's with Robin Williams.
You know,
I have no recollection of this movie.
It's a bizarre
That's
movie.
like too, like,
strange.
Oh, Bethany, you got to drunk review that shit.
I put it on the list.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
That movie will make you thankful that we've moved on to digital cameras where we just print everything at home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want anybody looking at that shit. Even less so Robin Williams back in that film. But yeah,
It's quite a performance, but it's creepy as fuck.
yeah. Oof.
Who
Did anybody
directed that
catch
movie?
the C-rate version with Keanu Reeves, The Watcher?
That's
Oh
a
my
real Watcher. I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah. The Watcher was the movie that came out after The Matrix that was like right around the same time as 1 Hour Photo. And it was another creeper with a camera movie, but it's the guy behind the camera instead of the one developing the photos. It's not a great watch. It's pretty terrible.
I think you can sum up our entire decade by saying creeper with a camera. I think that sets up
It's
a whole thing.
Mhm.
there's
Everybody's
no creepers
just-
with cameras
everyone's-
anymore.
that-
because
that's
it's based
Nightcrawler.
with DM.
That's Nightcrawler right
I
there.
love that movie.
Oh my
So
god.
Oh,
How did Gyllenhaal not get nominated for that movie?
Screenplay was amazing.
It's a
Very
crime.
underrated.
Yeah.
I read that screenplay too.
Fucking grifters. Let's find out who stole his Oscar. I'm looking up who was nominated that year. Keaton for Birdman, Eddie Redmayne from Theory of Everything, Bradley Cooper from American Sniper, Cumberbatch for Imitation Game, and Steve Carell for Foxcatcher.
Oh,
Oh, we know
Cumberbatch
who's
won.
still not.
Didn't
Bradley
Cumberbatch
Cooper.
win?
No.
Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie
won.
Redmayne
won?
won for Eddie Redmayne won
Oh,
for Theory of
God.
All right, so he's the
He won the
comment.
next year. No. He was nominated the next year.
Okay, first of all, Keaton deserves the win there. Let's be real.
Keaton. No,
Yeah.
Keaton deserves the win. Theory of Everything was kind of like if Hallmark and PBS teamed up to make a movie about what's his name, Hawking. That's what it would be. I didn't find it to be overwhelmingly great. I thought the kid Redmayne did a very, very good job.
Mhm.
I found the script to be lackluster. The third act was dog shit. The ride was fun. The first 2 acts were fun. Redmayne had my attention, but you know what? What's that?
What was it about the third act that just really
Exactly. You can't even defend it. It was so bad. So what I'm saying is that movie is very overrated, but not bad. It's
I agree.
it's 7.2 at
Mhm.
best. Birdman is a 10. Nightcrawler is a 10. What else is in the competition, Parker?
Cooper from Sniper. Cooper from
Who?
American Sniper.
That's
Bradley
a horse,
Cooper
that's
in
a horse
American
shit
Sniper.
film. Horse
I
shit
agree
film.
with that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
what
I
else?
Yeah.
agree with that take.
What else?
Cumberbatch and Imitation Game. That
Phenomenal
really
movie.
good. I like
Phenomenal
that
movie.
a lot.
Phenomenal. What I liked about that movie is how they executed a period piece like an indie film. Like it's very small, and then
That's the better version of Theory of Everything.
come to find, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Come to find out, they shot in a very small, isolated sort of
Yeah.
set and area, and they pulled off a miracle for how many dollars they spent to make that movie. I was very impressed with that. What else is in the lineup?
And then the last one that was nominated instead of Gyllenhaal and Nightcrawler was Steve Carell and Foxcatcher, which is one of the best
good
best
movie.
foreign movies you'll ever see.
Good
See,
movie, not great, interesting, good performance.
I'd go all
That-
over.
Good things there.
that's the entire thing is that Steve Carell, like the movie, it's just kind of okay, but his performance is freaking creepy as all hell. Like
100. He's
God
the best
under my
thing
skin.
about the movie. And I'm a
So-
huge Bennett Miller fan because I
Yeah.
love how Bennett Miller turned Moneyball basically into Shakespeare. That was one of my and I loved his movie with Philip Seymour when he played the writer.
Capote.
Capote. Beautiful film. Phenomenal director, phenomenal eye, vision, singularly his own. He doesn't look like anybody else. You go see a Bennett Miller movie, it feels like Bennett Miller. So I respect the man's craft. But Foxcatcher didn't add up to a whole lot, I have to say, at the end of it all.
No, it didn't. And like at the very end, I mean, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen Foxcatcher, but like no justice is done. Nobody learns anything. Everybody it just kind of feels like a first act in an overall picture.
Well, it's based on a true story, isn't it? Like I'm pretty sure it actually happened that way.
Oh yeah,
Right.
no, it actually happened that way. But you know, some people argue that. I mean, like how Kaiser's saying, it doesn't really amount to anything. But I think at the end of the day, that was sort of what Bennett was going for as well. And personally, I'm in agreement with you on that. That's not necessarily the best film, but that performance is freaking amazing in that.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's something that needs to be watched for sure.
Absolutely.
I started watching it on a plane, and I'm like, this is not the place. This is not the place. I'm going to put on Anchorman.
That's
for
a
the
bad
400th
call, yeah.
time. That's what I'm telling you. I got about 30 minutes in. I'm like, I'm done. I flipped through. I'm like, oh, they got Anchorman. Let's do that.
So the one that we'd kick out is Bradley Cooper in American Sniper,
Yeah.
right?
To put in Gyllenhaal for Nightcrawler, yeah.
Just
The
like
minute they had the fake
the clip
baby.
his shirt, but the baby doll scene with the
Oh my God. Yes.
The reason that movie
that's Oscar nomination worthy.
the reason that movie was nominated is because it made $1 gajillion and everybody saw it.
Yeah.
That movie made a
That's
lot. That movie
And that's
made.
fair.
I feel like I
It was
feel like I remember
made
because
for
No,
that year,
no. You're right. You're right there on the money, Parker. Because
yeah,
get
Go back-
this, American Sniper is 2014's highest grossing movie.
yeah.
It grossed
Wait.
more than freaking Guardians of the Galaxy, guys.
Domestic or international?
It says a lot about the voting
that's-
fabric
yeah.
of America.
That
and
movie
the
was
years
hella
before.
It does. If you
Yeah.
take all of the at the time, I don't know if this is true now with like re-releases and stuff like that. If at the time, I do remember this from the Oscars ceremony. If you take up all of the box office of the other nominees for Best Picture, there were like 7 or 8 other nominees.
Yeah.
American Sniper made more than all of them combined.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
That's why it was nominated, because everybody in America saw them.
Everybody in America saw it, and like I was working at the movies right when the movie came out, and that
What?
yeah.
By the way,
yeah,
Parker,
I
there's a rule: if you have a drink with you, somebody mentions
I do.
working in a movie theater, you have to.
Oh, I did too at that time as well.
Hey,
We're a bunch of nerds who work in a movie theater.
Kaiser's gonna come back after his smoke and find out that we're all hammered.
I feel like honestly,
And I worked
just-
at Family Video and got to see him later than everyone else. But
oh,
You
Oh.
worked at
Earlier
Family
than
Video? Was there a Marco's Pizza there?
Have a drink.
Half a
for
drink.
video store.
I quit, and then the Marcos came in. So there's currently a Marco there.
Ah, Marco's sounds so good.
I used to.
So for a possible hustle,
Mhm.
the Family Video by my place, they have there's no legal weed in Nebraska, but they have CBD video rentals and pizza. Now imagine you open up a video rental store in 2020, 2021, whatever, and you can buy your weed here, you can buy your pizza here,
You gotta tell,
and you can rent a movie.
yeah, you gotta tell Kaiser this. This sounds like the
Okay.
Dungeon Wednesday
Yeah.
nights. Like,
Kaiser. This is my idea to bring back Blockbuster.
What's this now?
We're gonna bring back movie rentals.
You're going
It's
to
a
bring back
he's pitching
movie
you an
rental.
idea for the dungeon
Yeah.
to open a business, and we're gonna get rich off of it.
A brick and mortar rental store.
So
Go ahead.
it's a video rental store, but it's a dispensary and a pizza shop too. You can get your weed, your pizza, and rent a movie all in one place.
How much money do you need?
I'll run the pizza part of it.
We gotta run the
So,
numbers.
let
We gotta
me,
run the
uh,
numbers. See if it's a good investment.
Let me just shoot you my PayPal. I'm gonna need about 10 grand.
It's easy
No
enough.
strings
I can
attached,
get that
no
right now.
contract.
Send that right now.
We're
don't
about
even
to
have to
witness
wait
one of the
for
best quizzes of all time right here.
You don't have to wait. I'll
They
send you that
do-
right now. Hold on, I'm looking for my
People
checkbook.
do
Money to
their
make that.
grifters, their favorite grifters lists in years to come. These are the names that will be on that list.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
Favorite movie grifter and favorite real grifter in real life.
Yeah.
Artful Dodger.
Favorite movie grifter. Shit. That's a tough fucking question.
Fast Eddie Felson from
That's a
Color
good
Money.
one. That's a good one, Parker. I mean, anything with Paul Newman.
Yeah.
I would say, does Butch Cassidy consider?
Oh sure.
I would say Butch
Oh,
Cassidy
sure.
because Paul Newman's my favorite actor of all time. That's probably my top 3 movies all time. Certainly my favorite screenplay. I gotta go cinematic favorite grifter, Butch Cassidy.
Good pull.
All
We
right.
going around the room?
That's a good one.
Who's
Yeah.
next? Ghost?
Yeah, I'll go next. At first, I was for movie grifter. I would actually say it's one of my favorite Ridley Scott movies, and it's Matchstick Men. At first, I was about to say it was Nicolas Cage as Roy, but when you get to the ending of that film and you realize that he's not only being played by his daughter, but that his daughter is actually a con artist as well too. That when you con the con artist, that's some shit. So I will have to say it's Alison Lohman in Matchstick Men. Absolutely.
I like your style, Ghost.
There you go.
I haven't heard of that
Good
movie.
one.
Parker, we're swinging around the horn.
It's not really grifting because they're not like robbing people or anything like that. But if we're talking like cons and schemes and stuff like that, just a more broad sense of the term, it's got to be Christian Bale in The Prestige. It's
Goddamn good
spoiler
film.
alert for The
Ooh.
Prestige, but the duo, the
God,
twins.
I want to
those
make you
two-
want to watch that movie now. Just
I
saying.
would put that movie in now and stay up and watch that entire
Fuck
movie. That
yeah.
is
Okay,
So good.
Prestige.
we actually know
it's-
the drink.
gotta be.
Christopher Nolan was brought up on stream again.
Oh, God damn it.
I still
I
don't know
love
who this guy.
Dunkirk.
I've never heard of this guy.
But yeah, the whole like the transported man, just everything about the entire structure of that movie.
Nice.
So great.
All right, AJ, who's
Oh, yeah.
your favorite fucking grifter?
So
On screen, we're going.
he's not the greatest con man, but what Keanu Reeves' character puts together in Hardball it's pretty great. He's not a great gambler either.
Hardball.
I've never heard of this movie.
Hardball with Keanu Reeves?
What is he, like a foosball player or some
No,
shit?
no.
In 1999?
He has to coach a kid's little league team.
Oh, okay, I've heard of this.
And like in like
You've
South
really
Side
been drinking
Chicago.
tonight,
Oh, he's
haven't
the
you,
ticket
AJ?
scalper. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
What didn't that come out right before The Replacements?
Like 2 years.
That came out on straight to video from Beta Vision was the name of
The
the production.
replacements went straight to
Betamax.
where it aired
Straight to beta. It went straight to beta. It went straight to beta in 1999. Just so if that tells you anything.
But yeah, he pulled
Good
himself
for a
betting on
shop to get a
Morgan.
beta player just to watch
He always
the
bets on
fucking
his own team. He's actually a really shitty gambler, but he's got a hard gold and like kind of learns the consciousness through it. And you know what? It ends up working out for him in the end, even though he makes every single bad decision. It's kind of like the opposite of Uncut Gems.
Okay. Juice, where you at?
I'm thinking I'm struggling to pull up a specific one. A movie that came to mind is Snatch,
Ooh.
the Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
I think 2000.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
So many great different little characters within that.
Fucking great soundtrack too.
Yeah,
Killer
Um,
soundtrack.
Slew Ferris.
both that and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
So
between
who's
the
your
two of
Griff?
them.
Pick one, cuz.
Oh gosh, let me look at the
We
cast
can come back to yours if you want to go to Deacon.
Yeah.
if they've got one ready.
I'm actually going to divert a little bit. I'm going to go to TV, but one of my favorite Simpsons episodes is Marge versus the Monorail. And if you remember Lyle Lamley, voiced by Phil Hartman, that character
Wow.
is the definition of a grifter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Phil
What
Hartman.
a pull.
That's some
That's a
shit.
good
I love
one.
Phil Hartman, man.
Phil Hartman on The Simpsons is
Wow.
just, well, Phil Hartman in general is just a blessing to the world. But on The Simpsons,
Bethany, other than your wallet stealing husband, who's your favorite grifter? Your pickpocket ass husband, your shoplifting ass husband, who's your favorite grifter?
First of all, can I just say this topic, AJ, is an interesting one. All the boys were immediately like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I don't even know what a grifter is. Am I dumb?" So I was confused by the question at first, if I'm honest.
You have to look up the word, yeah.
And I think he fits the definition, and it would have to be Gilderoy Lockhart, because I think he's
a con artist. Yeah,
a grifty, shady, conny kind of guy who.
Yeah, that's a good pro.
Is this a Harry Potter character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a feeling, Parker.
Yeah, you knew. You knew.
I knew he was
You're
creeping
absorbing
around.
some of it. It's
creeping
people have been talking IG around you for 2 years. You're starting to sink in.
Get some.
Parker's got me in a fucking IG book club, if you can believe that. I gotta watch.
That's actually true.
I gotta watch 2 goddamn fucking IG movies a week. It's like my job.
What's the 2 this week, guys?
I don't know. He's gonna tell me, but here's the thing: it's gonna come down to Sunday, where I'm gonna have to watch them both. I know the clock is gonna run out, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have fucking the Cowboys Giants game, which I could care less about on one screen, and this Harry Potter movie, which I could care less worth on the other screen, and that's gonna be my Sunday.
But what's the 2 though?
It's up to Parker. It's his calls. I'd rather start.
We're starting next week. Next week is the first week.
I want to start mixed bag and ease me into that, because I've only seen the first Harry Potter.
You don't want to just be tossed headfirst into the Fellowship of the Ring. That's not.
Look, here's the thing. I've only seen the first 3 Lord of the Rings. I didn't see The Hobbit.
That's okay. We'll get you there. Don't worry.
Fine.
And I've only seen the first Harry Potter once in the theater, so I have no concept of that world.
They get better. They get better.
Much better.
Apparently, Parker says I need to watch Elektra. That's his favorite IG movie.
Oh God, Parker, why are you going to make
I
Kaiser
have
watch
never,
that?
for the record, for whoever's keeping, for legal reasons, I've never said those words in my life.
Kaiser, Elektra's my favorite movie. And if you want to get me an Elektra T-shirt for Christmas, you can. Here's my address.
Yeah, I'll send you the PO box.
No, actually, Smets likes Elektra. Parker does not.
Smets
and somewhere,
is crazy, is what he
somewhere in the middle, I'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, Elektra is.
You seen Elektra?
Movie.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate Elektra. Yeah, I've seen it.
So
It may be the worst movie I've ever had to watch for IG.
I think he's just hot for the girl in the Capital One commercials. That's why he likes that movie.
Yeah,
Listen to an Evanescence soundtrack. You'll have more fun.
Oh yeah, no, like I have major when I was a kid, I had major OCD about owning every single Marvel movie that came out. Oof. Elektra was the one that broke it for me. I was like, I can't do it. I can't spend money on this. You know what? My OCD can just go F itself right now. Seriously.
I hate to be that guy, but
oh boy,
how hot she is. I'm gonna watch that movie.
The director's cut's the only version you can buy on Blu-ray.
Are you sure you don't want to put that as my?
Yes,
my
I'd rather watch Prestige.
All right. Book club movie. I want to watch a mixed bag movie though. Personally, don't want to start.
We'll get you.
With
just get started with like Back to the Future. That's a mixed bag.
No, but I know that inside and out. He's got to give me some shit that I don't.
Green
know.
Hornet.
You see,
I don't know that.
Dread.
I don't.
Ooh,
Kaiser
Dread is good.
oh, Dread.
Dread.
Wait, the one with Carl Urban?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love him, dude.
Yeah.
That movie's
Carl Urban fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Dread is maybe one of the best action movies.
I seen that piece of shit Schwarzenegger one. That movie's terrible.
It's still on.
It's
so bad.
The other
right,
one.
So wait, Juice, did you want to weigh in with your favorite cinematic, or are you good?
I think I'm gonna go just with Landonis Balthazar Calrissian.
Oh, that's a good one.
Apparently,
you might actually get the gold medal, cuz.
But,
I might have all the grifters I've heard tonight. That's
No.
bitch.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
He set up the deal, and then the deal got altered.
Doesn't
he had
matter.
to pray that he didn't get alternating further.
He made my list when we did top 5 cinematic scumbags of all time on the Gucci show.
Yeah,
I had Lando in there. This man sold out his friends to Darth Vader, the greatest and filthiest and nastiest screen villain of all time. You are a scumbag and a grifter. So Juice is right, dude.
And then his friends took him back.
That's
But
That's where you win.
Not before Chewie choked the hell out of him.
we do Lando. Right, so what about happens? Can we go around the room and do our favorite real life grifters?
Oh, I led with mine, but
Go ahead, start it out, cuz.
I led with mine with Adam Sandler.
Oh,
Adam
Sandler.
Sandler's a fucking hustler.
That's right, you did. You started this game. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say probably Ronald Reagan, and that could go either way. That could be real life or cinematic. I think you could use him in both categories. I think that because that motherfucker just wrestled the president. Like he came out of nowhere. Like 1 minute he's making a movie with a fucking chimp, and next minute he's winning California and he's tearing down walls. Like he grifted his ass into fucking like.
I don't know if anybody can beat that. Yeah, that's.
Oh, I will.
Ain't no
I
politician.
forfeit.
After we're not streaming live, I have a story about that.
About Ronald Reagan.
Goodness.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's my number one real life favorite grifter.
Also,
All right.
why?
He's your
why
favorite.
do you have a list of favorite grifters?
So my other one, like I said, Potho, but I mean the ultimate grifter is Bobby Bonilla. That is the greatest grifter of all time. Dude has not played baseball since what 2000, I think.
His kids will be getting paid fucking long after he's dead.
35 years, getting $1 million a year to get blood out of his contract.
Well, that's the same deal I got Parker in the Schmodown, so it isn't too crazy.
There you go.
Every July 1st, I get bombarded with messages that it's Bobby Bonilla Day because I'm a Mets fan, and the guy just got paid $1 million to do nothing.
It's embarrassing.
Fat tops that Ronald Reagan.
It's admirable.
He has the greatest agent of all time for that deal. Like, no doubt.
Well, can I then make my answer his agent? Is my
Nice. There you go. Now we're talking.
There you go.
Grifted my
There you
answer.
go.
You did. You got grifted.
That's a great answer.
That might be the best answer I've heard since Sandler.
Yeah.
I thought Ronnie Reagan was a good one, but you guys might have.
No, that's you made your point with Ronald Reagan on that one.
Parker called me earlier. He said my favorite real life grifter is Christian Harloff, but don't tell him. And I said I won't say anything live on the air.
Yeah,
I don't want to
good
leak
thing
it.
you didn't say anything live on the air too. That's actually very good. Yeah,
I don't want tweets flying. Next thing you know, everyone's like, Parker calls Harloff a grifter. And
yeah. Careful what you say. Ferris is in this chat.
I'm getting called in the league office. Like I don't want to deal with it.
Let's hope Nerd Chronic is not watching this right now, and you can use this as a promo.
Thanks for incriminating me too. I guess the thickest thieves, right, pal?
Right up the road.
Just waiting for a comment in the chat from Nerd Chronic just saying, got it.
Nobody shall be spared. A joke, a cut, a roast. Everyone's fair game.
This may not be my favorite real life grifter. I just think it's a funny story that I grifted someone once. Kind of. Ooh. This is a true story. This is 100% a true story.
This is why you and I are such good friends. Go on.
This is a real story. So, a year ago ish. Year and a half.
This was doing like some shit.
Oh yeah, statute of limitations are passed. It's fine. I was in college at one of my favorite bars with one of my roommates, and we were drinking this type of cinnamon whiskey, basically like Fireball but way better. It was called Lone Duck, and we were sitting in the bar just like playing bar dice, whatever, having a ball time.
Lone Duck? That is the most
broken. It's called Lone Duck. Oh. Lone Duck.
$9.
Weird name.
Liter.
Weird name, but it's an incredible whiskey. And we were just doing shots of it all night. And then a while into the night, this dude and a very well-dressed guy comes over to us, and he is just hammered. So he's like, so why are you drinking Lone Duck? And we're basically just like, well, it's better than Fireball, and it's just like local. It's made like in the town that I went to college in. It's like locally produced there. And he said, hey, my family owns the distillery. So I was like sitting there with this dude, and I started showing him some magic tricks.
Please
and
tell
now
me you won the distillery in a bet.
I did not win the distillery, but what I did win is once every 6 months a bottle of Lone Duck shows up at my door for free.
There you go.
So
you are your own favorite real life grifter.
I don't know about favorite. I don't know if that could be Adam Sandler or Ronald Reagan.
Favorite grifter.
But I did do magic for a drunk businessman, and now I get free alcohol.
There you go. Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, I don't know how I'm going to follow that one. But, God, in terms of real life grifters,
yes, Agent Parker, Ronald Reagan, tough act to follow.
Yeah, it's a really tough act to follow. I feel like I'm just going to give like a freaking inner geekdom nerd version of a grifter right now.
But He
But-
grifted the purple man out of his life, whatever it is. I don't know how it goes. Didn't Doctor Strange outgrift Josh Brolin as the purple man into
Thanos, the purple
Yeah.
man. Nice.
Didn't
I dig it.
Kind of like he gave him
Grift him
the.
with 2 franchises.
Counts.
Didn't
It
you
counts.
scam him real quick,
Yeah,
Parker?
he did.
Yeah,
I'm now the purple man.
He
I'd
used a
count
fake-
it.
He used a fake stone. That counts.
Yeah, no, that counts.
I'm proud that
Sorry,
you
I
knew
didn't
his
mean to
name was
interrupt
Dr.
you, Ghost.
Strange.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh no, you're totally fine. I mean, Jesus Christ. I think I'm just gonna probably just say a director that pisses me off right now so much because I think he's just a con artist from top to bottom, and that's Doug Lyman. Doug Lyman, who directed Swingers, he also directed a couple other films as well too.
Edge of Tomorrow.
He directed. Well, I'll give him Edge of Tomorrow. That's the
Good
one
film.
movie I'm gonna give him.
Getting a fucking sequel.
Didn't
Didn't he do Born Identity?
But-
person hates it.
Yeah, no. He did Born Identity, but I argue that Born Identity is the weakest by far of that entire series. You want to know
the
why
trilogy?
people remember-
Maybe I don't know about the series.
Yeah, well, trilogy. Yeah, okay, I'll give it the trilogy, but you know what? No, I'm gonna say Jason Bourne is even better than the Born Identity because
Statement.
no, freaking even
What about Legacy?
Bourne. What the hell was it? The Bourne. The
Born
one with
Legacy.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, Ultimatum. Oh no, Ultimatum's the third one.
It's called
The Born Legacy.
Legacy.
It was
Legacy.
Bourne-
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
you guys, it was the Bourne toaster oven. You got it wrong.
the Bourne toaster oven. But yeah,
That's
no,
the one
I
with the
just.
Renner.
I just think that Doug Lyman, as a director, he cannot direct the third act to save his own life, and he's also, from everything I hear, he's one of the
Sounds
most.
like someone I know named
underprepared-
Christopher Nolan can't finish a third act. Right?
There we go.
Here's to that.
But probably the biggest grift. Biggest script that he's going to pull right now is that he's about to go shoot a movie in space with Tom Cruise. You're going to take one of the world's
Ghost.
most underprepared and most just like not even consistently great directors at all, and you're going to take him into space. Seriously, that's a con.
I'm
Who
all
would you
for it,
rather
though.
put up
I
there?
want
Getting paid in
Who
space
would you
dollars.
want to make a movie filmed in space?
me.
James
I would love
Cameron.
to see Kaiser's
Right.
space movie.
I
James
wanna
Cameron,
go
get
to
the fuck
space.
out of here.
I want to go to space tomorrow. Apparently, the Israeli Space Force knows that there's aliens living among us. They just don't want to. I'm the guy you need to send to talk to these aliens. Like,
Kaiser, do you believe in aliens? I don't. We've never had this
I
conversation.
do.
Of course you
I
do, 'cause you're a smart man.
100%.
It's because you're a smart man.
Kaiser,
Dude,
you would be in my top 10 picks
The
for like
universe
the
is-
first ambassador to talk to an
I'm
actual
going to tell you,
alien.
dude. I'll be the first guy to sit him down for a drink. Half these
Oh,
other
absolutely.
world leaders would have them blowing each other's heads off. I'm like, let me show you something. They're called the Rolling Stones. And I got a feeling once you listen to this, you're going to like us a little bit. Just a little bit. I know we're fucking dog shit human beings when you look at us online and on the
Retweet.
socials. But if you just step back, look at this band called the Rolling Stones. I think you'll have faith in us after this.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, right.
Next thing you know, we're drinking beers. Parker's fucking making their watches disappear. And I got alien technology in the dungeon. That's how it works.
This is
Free alien booze.
insert
I'm the
Adam
best.
Sandler gif. This is how I win. That's,
Mhm.
that's how you do it.
Oh,
Let's just
absolutely.
hope Harloff's not watching this right now, so he doesn't get a heads up on
He's
this.
not watching. Don't care.
We look. Even it's not like there's a rule against using alien technology in the Schmodown.
No one's
Show me the
Yeah.
rule.
Come on, state
Show me
it.
the rule.
The rules.
I'll drop out for about 5 minutes here, guys. Just one sec.
What's
I feel
happening
like,
now?
I've got another answer, but I wish Jeff Snyder was here right now. I don't know if any of you know about his story with Uwe Boll, which is
Oh, Yui Bowl. Yeah.
Oh god.
Snyder has the best story about him ever. He got into a boxing match with him.
No way.
Snyder as a boxer.
He was
I wouldn't.
I'm going to say this for like when he's
I would
here.
not fuck with
I'll get him
Snyder's
on
like
the
a
show.
kangaroo. He's wiry. You don't even know how to get a read on him. Like
He boxed Uwe
Like
Boll.
Snyder,
and
Snyder, he's got good
got
kicks.
wound up in Postal.
Wow.
so.
I'm
Who's
googling this
Uval
right
Buval?
now.
What did you say?
Are you picking him to direct the movie in space or what?
Ooh, I mean, Uwe Boll directing the movie in space would just be the most perfect disaster of all time.
It's Huey Bowl. He did he did the Rock's Rampage movie. Or no.
Oh,
No.
God.
He did the
No. He hasn't done anything in I think about like 12 or 10 years so far.
Juice, you gonna play some fucking Talking Heads for us later, dude? You got the little keyboard there?
I was
Huge Talking Heads fan.
I thought of it like 20 minutes before the show started. Like I should cover the dungeon theme.
Yeah.
Learned a couple of the notes. Not quite good enough.
Play us out with that tonight,
But
Juice? Juice likes to play us out sometimes.
we'll see.
I'm
I
excited.
can get David B on the phone right now.
David B's been on the show. We can
I
probably
feel
get
like you, Kaiser, I genuinely believe this. I feel like you could replace that name with anybody in the world and I would believe you. There's not one person that you could say, I'm going to get this person on the phone right now. There's not one person that you could say, and I would say, no, you fucking can't.
I could
There's
get
nobody that I
could
would
get-
not believe you.
You ready for this one, Parker? I
What's
can
that?
get Uday Hussein on the phone right now.
I believe you.
I think he's dead. But I'll get a Ouija board out and I'll get that motherfucker on the phone.
I believe that you can get
Let's just definitely get Video Drew's Ouija board.
Video Drew's Ouija board, I think, had a lot to do with our success in the later portion of the season.
That's probably true. I feel like you could be like, oh yeah, I'll just get James Wan on the phone real quick, and you'd be
Hey, you
able
know
to do
what?
it.
There's a few people we can get on the phone. The first person I'd like to get on the phone is Ben Bateman. I want to get him on the phone and be like, are you coming to the dungeon or not? I'm done fucking around with you. Now I'm going to sick my man Ghost on you. He's going to break your fucking knuckles. Either you join us or not.
It's gonna be like Rocky. You got to break
That's
the
going to
thumbs.
be my pitch in the off season. Bateman, join us, or the Ghost is going to break your fucking knuckles. What do you think, Parker? Will that work?
It depends what you're threatening to break.
He's
the
my
knuckles
friend
with.
too, by the way. He shouldn't be
Yeah, of
too
course.
offended by that.
No, of course not. Look, if you can't take just like a little bit of threat, I
Right.
don't know that we're the right place for you. Like
Right.
if
He
you aren't a
knows that-
little bit worried watching over your shoulder, you
You
know.
would think he would know that that's a term of endearment where I come from.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's in the same way that calling somebody cousin is really just affection. It's the same thing.
Thank you.
Threatening to
See?
break a knuckle, break a thumb.
Right.
It gets bad once you like threaten to like below the waist. Any like you've taken kneecaps, toes, like that gets offensive.
I'm
But
not
if-
beyond. If you're a female, you're allowed to use the knee groin, the knee to the groin.
Mhm.
I would not coach
That's right.
you to give a knee to the groin, but
Of
I would
course
coach
not.
Brittany.
that's
I would
disrespectful.
coach Drew.
Sure.
Oh, quick knee to the groin. You see Chris Jericho walking down the hallway. Give him a quick shot to the groin.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hey,
That's what I
Brittany
would
had
do.
training, so she can do it.
That is true.
Yeah, Brittany's playing Jericho, man.
Brittany's playing Jericho. Oh, I'm sorry.
Brittany
I
Young
got,
is
I got my
playing
Brittany's and
Jericho.
my Bethany
Spectacular, dude.
confused for a minute. I was looking at Bethany while you were saying Brittany in my mind.
No,
Yeah.
Brittany Young.
I see
Yeah.
playing Jericho.
Yes, you're right. Brittany Young is playing Chris Jericho this Saturday.
Yes.
I like our
Watch it.
chances, Parker. I like our chances. We've been studying
Friday.
hard.
Yeah,
Is it Friday?
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, whichever day. You got
One of the
$10.
fucking
We'll
days,
take
right?
you on Tuesday. If you got $10, you can come watch. Come become a Patreon on Wednesday. You can watch this fucking thing. I don't care. But I like her chances. I think she's I don't know, dude. She kind of I feel like a lot of the young kids came in not knowing what the fuck was what, and then inside of 2 weeks they were all bit by the bug and they wanted
Yeah.
to play. And I think once they hang with you and Smats and Zip and Wit, and I think they just see how fucking serious it is, but at the same time how not serious it is because we're all just having fun.
Right.
And that's not something you get everywhere on every
No.
faction. You don't get the we take it seriously and also don't. You know, well,
Mhm.
we do take it very seriously, but you know what I mean. Like you were saying,
Oh, we do and we don't. Yeah.
that
But it feels
that
more,
dynamic is not.
Yeah.
You don't get that everywhere.
no, but like honestly, in terms of even training with you guys every now and again, like it feels less like homework and more like, oh, this kind of feels like I'm having fun.
I never did homework a day in my life, so now you know the secrets of our success.
There you go.
Wait, Kaiser, did that translation come through? Did you just say "eat shit, Roxy"? Is that what I just heard? Or
Oh,
I
something
probably
like that?
did say that in a different language.
Yeah,
might
I
have-
think.
I said that in a secret language called Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt. There it is.
It's an ancient language called Usain Bolt. It's a cryptic language. The aliens
It is-
know. The
yeah.
aliens know. Yeah.
So, I can only bullshit with you so long, man.
I'm here for you, Parker.
You commit
I
to the
never
bit
let you
so
down.
well. You
Parker.
commit to the bit so fucking hard, dude.
Parker, I never let you down. Have I ever in your life let you down, Parker?
Once, and I'll tell you what it was.
Oh, this
I'll
is
tell you what it is
great.
right now.
Oh, and I didn't give you your headphones
Yes,
back?
I left headphones at your house in February, and you haven't fucking mailed them to me.
Those are my headphones, motherfucker.
I know they
He
are.
grifted you.
They were like $35.
You would think it would be a nice little Kaiser, thanks for having me. Have the
Sure.
headphones.
Do you
This
use them?
sounds like Seinfeld.
I will pay you $30 right now if you can tell me where they are.
I couldn't tell you where they are.
I fucking know you can't. I know it. I knew it.
I might be able to find them.
There it is.
I don't
Yeah,
give a shit, man.
Is
It's
it the
fine,
ones
it's
he's
fine.
using right now?
No.
No,
these
no,
are
no, they're
bona
like-
fide.
Oh, yeah.
Proper
These are
headphones.
straight up left and rights. Can you carry this crowd, Dungeon Boys, if I step out for one moment?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Listen, tell the Valvoline sponsor not to go anywhere. I'll be right back.
So he's talking to Uday Hussein, who I just got off the phone with. Yeah, he died in 2003.
Yeah. Sounds about right. No, he jokes, but we joke about the headphone thing, but no, 100% Kaiser's never let me down.
No.
As much as he bullshit, I can really only commit to the bit for so long before
Before you break the character, right, Parker?
yeah,
Never
it
breaks.
is tough.
Which it was just so hilarious at certain points just to see Juice, Deacon, Curl just kind of go, what is going on
This is
right
the thing,
now? And I'm like, this is just us.
We just riff like that so much. We just like bullshit each other constantly. But I don't know. It works. It's the type of people we like to hang out with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, so you gotta have a little bit of a twisted sense of humor if you're gonna be in the dungeon, right?
That's true.
Tell a quick Kaiser story while he's gone.
Yeah, please.
So like a few weeks ago, of course they have that late night with Gucci and Kaiser, and not the plug, but after the show, everyone's a patron, goes into an after show on Zoom, and we all hang out. And this was like late at night. We had been on for hours and hours, and then all of a sudden, like Kaiser was gone, and a few of us were left, and we noticed like he's still there. Or like he's in his camera is still on, but he's gone. And every once in a while he would like walk back in the room and we could tell he was on the phone. And at one point we heard him say Ben. So we're all like speculating what he's talking about and everything. We stayed up like all of us hours just waiting. We really thought all we were going to see was him walk by in his underwear, but he was definitely on the phone with definitely someone named Ben. That is all I will say. But no, he ended up popping back in and hanging out. But I've been looking at that empty room. I've watched that for many hours. So
taking you right back to it, isn't it?
Without sounding too much like Ron Williams in 1 hour photo.
Ooh, nice callback.
And we're pulling it all together, just like that, all tied neatly in a bow. I do feel like while we have a bunch of people on screen, that everybody get your glasses ready. Works at a movie theater. Quick again, going around the room. I want to hear everyone's like craziest weekend. Like, what was the movie that you can pinpoint and be like, that was the craziest opening weekend that I worked while you worked at a movie theater?
I know right away. Force Awakens.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
no doubt. No doubt.
Okay.
Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was
Ooh,
pretty
Really?
insane.
Wow. See, that one, like, compared to the rest of the series, didn't even make that much.
It
Also depends
rained
on,
on
like-
opening Saturday at my theater. So
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Also,
Bad weather.
What
always
is
makes more
your
people-
reign of when you worked? Like clearly, like Parker, like you worked, about 5 years ago, like 2015, obviously.
Yeah.
So when was like your to this date, like year wise that you worked?
I worked from the middle of 2014 to the middle of 2017. So it was only a couple of years. It wasn't like a super long time. But like I worked, I think my first weekend was when Fury came out in 2014.
Okay.
Or maybe one of the Mockingjay movies. That was my first weekend. Then midway through 2017 I was still working shifts here and there, but then I like fully committed to college and
Also, I'm a little jealous of all movie theater employees. Like after I left, when it started going to like people buy tickets online and like all that kind of stuff, which kind of takes. I mean, from a person who goes and enjoys movies, I appreciate it, but from the like horror stories of the movie theater experience, like it takes like some of that out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm jealous because I was like, I can imagine Force Awakens was really crazy, but at the same time, like
it was easier because people had tickets already.
Yeah, like they already had,
they didn't have to deal with the box. They didn't have to come in and complain about why there are not enough seats. It's just like just order the ticket online.
The two of us, both of us, were projectionists, and that position doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's a long gone.
I know a literal like dead art, basically.
Yeah.
I was a projectionist over at my movie theater.
Yeah.
The first movie I put together was Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez's Grindhouse. And here's the thing. That was the first movie I put together, and it was a 35 millimeter print.
Yep.
So you guys remember that halfway through the movie, the film breaks and it freaking like catches on fire
for 15 minutes.
Yes, exactly. so my manager is in the theater with me as we're testing the print. And he's like, all right, well, let's see what Andres has done. And then all of a sudden he's just sitting there. And then when the film breaks, he literally goes, oh my God, Andres, you fucked us hard. And he literally runs out of the theater. He literally runs out of the theater and just like starts heading over to the projectionist. And then like everybody else that's there, all the other employees are just like, oh my God, what happened? It's like, guys, it's fine. It's fine. Just keep watching it. And then all of a sudden it pops back in. And then when the manager comes by, he's like, Andres, why don't you tell me? He was like, you were already out the door by the time I was about to say anything. We got like this note from Miramax that basically said at the 45-minute mark, it's okay. It's supposed to happen. All right, guys. But in terms of a really, really bad opening weekend, hands down, it has to be the Lego Movie. Hands down.
Really? Wow.
Hands down.
How?
Hands down because so we were working at a 8-screen house essentially.
Okay.
The movie basically is about maybe an hour and 20 minutes long, so it's really short. So you get
play it a lot of times.
You can play it so many times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And again, with a kids movie, you have to clean that shit up every freaking hour and a half. And the thing was, because of the fact, and because of the fact that we had to have two screens for every individual version of the movie. So we had 4 screens playing Lego Movie, and it was just a nightmare trying to get that together. But that's not even the worst bit. The worst bit was the Friday night that it opened. Someone goes into the bathroom and basically just starts yelling, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, well, what the hell's going on? Then we go in there. We found that literally some kid had started. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is probably going to be disgusting. Someone literally took their feces and started drawing on the walls of the bathroom with them.
What did I miss?
What did they draw?
Make it the perfect time. We're talking about using shit as chalk.
Wait,
basically, we're talking about my worst movie theater working experience when I was working over in Connecticut, and basically it was the opening weekend of Lego Movie where this kid had basically just literally used his own shit and started writing stuff on the walls of the bathroom.
So what was your tenure? What was your years? Because Grindhouse to Lego, like that's
for a while.
My tenure was 2006 all the way over to 2015, but that was off and on because the thing is, whenever I would come home for college, I would be a seasonal worker over there.
Gotcha.
And then when I moved back over to Connecticut for a little bit, they were just like, "Hey, if you move back, we'll promote you automatically to a projectionist." I'm like, "Well, I already graduated by that point, so it was that was perfect."
Projectionist was the best gig ever.
Job in the
Oh
world.
my god!
I got to do my homework while I was up there. It was the best.
Yeah, I caught up on so much TV upstairs, and it was the best. But it was always the best until something wrong happened, and
If somebody decided to write their name in shit on the walls, that's when the whole job description changed.
Yep.
No, what
I
they
would
draw-
start profiling people. I'm like, you cannot have extra butter on your popcorn. You look like a shit scribe.
Oh no, and that's the thing is that for the longest time, whenever I had like a bad moment out here in LA after I got laid off or anything like that, I had a photo of that taken, and anytime I felt like shit, I literally just looked at it and went, "No, it's not as bad as it was back then.
Not as bad as that.
Nah, not as bad at all."
Did you like draw straws to decide who would clean that up? Because that's rough.
Oh my god! See,
Nose goes. That's a no. You just get everybody together. You say, "Hey, this happened." Nose goes.
No. Honestly, all my coworkers refused to clean it up because it was just like, what the fuck are we gonna do? So the best way you do it, you lead by example, and you just go, "Guys, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna be in the
quit
with you guys."
That's how you lead by example. I quit.
Yeah,
I'm done. Someone else is doing this. There's another projection down the road. I can just run that one. Fuck you.
As a projectionist, you would not have been responsible for that because you're like up in the sky, whatever. That's like poor usher concession people are like stuck with the literal.
Yeah,
there we go.
But by that point, the projectionist position had basically just been basically just dissolved because of the fact that it was all digital by that point.
Digital.
So, yeah. But probably the most fun I had was because of the fact I used to be the projectionist. I knew how to work all the digital systems. Was every time, at least once or twice a week, we had like a screening of some classic movie. So I screened Gremlins 2,
a new batch.
Yeah, new batch. Exactly. There you go. So all these classic movies that people would just be like, "Oh, I've never seen that before." I'm like, "Wait a minute, you've never seen Terminator 1 and 2? We're definitely screening that, guys." So yeah, it was a party over at Bowtie.
but here's the thing, though. I just want to show you what I would do in that situation. Break the news about the shit on the wall like it was broken to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like break it to me as it was broken to you.
Hey man, look, here's how I don't know how to explain this to you. I don't even know how to put this, but we had some spaz go write his name in crap on the wall. It looks like he actually brought his own brush, which is weird. I don't know if he was jamming the brush up his ass like a pallet but someone's got to clean this up, Ghost. And we're looking to you, pal. You're the lead projectionist. Lead by example.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Damn. All right, I'd follow you in that.
That's all, guys. Oh shit, that's crazy.
And
then you just go back to whatever the fuck you're doing.
That's really
weird. I don't know if I would have cleaned it up.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of puke at the movie theater, but never shit.
We had dirty diapers all the time.
Oh Lord,
yeah.
Jesus!
It was terrible. The worst movie for that, believe it or not, was a movie called Kangaroo Jack. If any of you remember that one.
Oh my god!
Jerry O'Connell
They
masterpiece.
destroyed that theater.
Why is it that kids always come in and destroy the theaters for the worst movies? It's never like something that's great. It's always just like stuff that will never be on the Schmodown.
Because the movie wasn't good. I will say that I think middle-aged women destroy movie theaters worse than children because I worked Sex in the City too and Magic Mike.
Yes, and I also worked 50 Shades of Grey. That was
now when you're working during a movie like 50 Shades of Grey or Magic Mike. Do you find a lot of vibrators rattling around the aisles?
Yes, we did. We did.
Is that real?
Yeah, we did. For 50 Shades of Grey, we literally we were sweeping under the seats and all this other stuff, and then all of a sudden we just hear like a like a just like a weird crackling noise type of thing.
This is real.
This is real. This is absolutely real. And the thing is, like we heard like this weird like vibrating noise or something like that, and then like we walk out of the theater and it's like, guys, are you hearing something outside or something like this? And then we saw in the freaking what the hell are the dusters called? The shit. No, the shit that you oh my god, I forget what the phrase is. The shit that
Dust
you
pan.
basically just the dustpan. Yeah. We called it something. We called it something in particular back then, but
Did you call it
the butler. Yeah, there we go. The butler.
Roman
Oh my
butler.
god.
We always named ours after like famous butlers.
Yeah, but so we heard like this weird sound coming from the butler, and then all of a sudden we'd look in, and there was like a small little finger vibrator in it that someone had left after they saw 50 Shades of Grey.
Wait, was it purple?
That kind of
I don't know.
that is
It
such
was
a
clear.
Okay.
it's
Probably
disgusting. It's disgusting, but that is such a flex to choose to leave it at the theater. That is
Maybe
such
like put on in their bag.
Yeah.
that is such a you snuck it in, and
Mhm.
now you're going to leave it there
Just leave
for
it.
somebody to find. That's a move. That's a grifting move right there.
That's not a grift. That's a kink.
It's a fetish, isn't it? I can only get off if I leave some clue behind.
Or like, who is? You're like in a crowded theater. Maybe that's what does it for. I don't know.
Well, we also found it during an early screening as well too. So like pretty much almost nobody was there. So it feasibly could have happened like early on the day.
I mean, I do recall as a projectionist many times there would always be. So ours was like I worked in a 14 house theater. And basically in like 10 and 11, you always put the like movies that were like on their way out, like they'd been there for a while, or like your art house films or something. It's like, so a random Tuesday night when it wasn't like that, busy, you would get like two teenagers. They'd be the only people that would buy tickets to that movie because they just wanted to go like, hook up. And obviously I'm above them and I can see them. And so I would have to be the person I'd like turn on like the house lights to like basically be like, hi, we can see you, please stop. So yeah,
you could TikTok that shit and get some subscribers.
No,
You were such a cockblock.
it was awkward. You would be like doing theater checks and then like peek through the curtains and I'm like, oh, turn on the lights. Then
Like, subscribe to my channel, projectionistporn.com, and be shooting that shit. A nice overhead shot, dude.
If only this could
Hell,
still
we get a shit ton of subs.
no, yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
First of all,
theater
we're
about
there
that
for like
projection
right
porn.
now. Nonetheless, projections.
Okay.
Ugh. Damn.
I mean,
Only I would have known years ago.
I worked at a movie theater too, but no one was writing on the walls with shit or jerking off during. It was called the Little Theater in Rochester, New York. Used to be an old silent movie theater. Had the balconies. The cello player used to hang out at up there, and yeah, dude, it was very, very, very cool. And then the city bought it and converted it into like a indie movie theater, and so
It sounds like something from the 1930s. Like, yeah, we saw that moving pictures over in Rochester.
It was
a bona fide silent movie theater at the turn of the fucking century, and it still stands till this day.
That theater actually sounds really familiar because I remember making a long trek to go see Under the Skin, the Scarlett Johansson movie.
Love that movie.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing because my uncle, he's like very much into like indie art house movies and stuff like that, but for some reason he just wasn't feeling it, and so he's like, well, why should I go see this movie? Star Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, that's not enough of a reason. Why else? She gets naked. All right, we're going. And then we pulled like a freaking 45-minute road trip.
He's like, we got a half a pack of cigarettes. It's 400 miles to the
103 miles.
Let's hit it.
Good callback.
We're killing the call.
We're gonna see Scarlett Johansson nude. Let's hit this.
Night out. And we're
Yeah, there we go.
That's a good movie. I watched that movie in my living room on it was like a Thursday at 2 p.m. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Blues Brothers?
And no, Under the Skin. Blues Brothers are my all-time favorites. And then what I decided to do, because I was so like transfixed and I didn't know, I decided to watch it again back to back. Something I very rarely do is watch a movie and then watch it again immediately after. And then I watched it again. I'm like, oh, I get what you're talking about. This movie is a social commentary on what shitbag judging scumbags humans are. That's what that really is. Beautiful film. Good director.
That's a good question. What's the last movie that you finished and then immediately played again? Like no waiting 2 or 3 days, no waiting a couple.
Wizard of Oz.
You watched it.
Wizard of Oz.
You put it back in right away.
It was on TBS on loop. I just watched it again.
Actually,
That was the most recent time you did that?
When Two Towers came out, I actually, the night before it came out, sat in the same theater for 8 hours and watched it back to back. So
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I had just watched.
It doesn't have to be a theater. It can be like you watch it, whatever.
Well, it's probably a Christmas Story, Last Christmas, if I'm being honest.
Sure.
Because, but that's easy. Yeah.
Back to back?
No,
Or did you watch
no.
like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
No, the
think
full thing. You finished it, watched
for
the full
me,
thing again.
I was a little kid. Little Juice was running around the house. He was bored. All of a sudden, we go to the library.
Did
find
you
this
say Little
movie.
Judas?
Little
Juice.
Oh.
Juice.
Little juice.
Little Judas.
This movie, Sky High, just came
Yeah,
out.
now we're talking.
Sky high.
I rented from the library, and I
You rented a fucking movie with hip hop fucking weed
There's
smoking
no
from
hip
the
hop in
library.
Sky High.
No,
That's
it's
a
like
lie.
Yeah.
So high. What's
Sky
that?
High is the
Those are
superheroes in
different
high school.
movies.
there's a lot of Kurt Russell in that movie, but
Yes.
not a lot of hip hop.
That was
It
the
was the
only
one
movie.
with Redman and Method Man. So high, sky high.
I rented the movie from the library. You get it for 7 days. I watched it once every 7 days. I brought it back to, and I didn't talk to anyone as a kid. This is how much I loved and was in confidence of this movie. I grabbed it, put it on the counter, was like to the library lady, I'm renting this again. Thank you. And she like the shock in her eyes. Like,
Renting stuff from the library is such a lost art. That was such a good time.
Oh yeah, dude.
So
When I
watch
got
it
to
for-
San Diego State, it was amazing for film
Yeah.
school. I could go sit in that fucking library and literally just get in my little fucking creep booth and knock out, fucking Seven Seal, Jaws, like all the like cinematic
Lighting.
great shit.
That's the last
Jaws.
problem I call it.
Seven Seal from the library.
Oh my
Seven
God.
Seal, Jaws, Coneheads, the classics.
All
Yes.
of them,
Yeah.
Parker. All of them.
All equally impressive.
Have you
as-
guys seen the Belushi documentary on Showtime?
No, I haven't yet. I've heard a lot about it.
Wait, John Belushi or
No, Frank Belushi. Yeah, it's the documentary about John Belushi's life.
okay? No,
Many
I was wondering.
Not
like,
the
I haven't
Jim.
seen it, but Jim Belushi is now like a huge he.
Pot grower.
Yeah. So I was wondering if it's John or Jim.
No. Jim has his own show called Weed Farming with Jim or whatever the fuck it's called on HGTV. I don't know. He's got his
I
own
think
weed
that is
show.
the working title. Yeah, of
Thank you, Parker.
They're
course.
still
Got his
using the
own
word
show, but this is a documentary all about the life of John Belushi, idol of mine. I've read the book. I know the history. He's one, but it's a very good documentary if you don't know shit about John Belushi's life. Check that out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're done with that, I want y'all to go into the bathroom and write your name and shit on the wall so that your roommate finds it in the morning and evicts you.
If you do,
I've done that before, and it just I can't go back to that.
Still?
Something about writing your name and shit on the wall. That is a joke that won't die tonight, Parker.
no,
So
You're
a
welcome.
real life grifter actually came to me. I might be the only one to go yet with the real life
Oh.
grifter.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're circling back. We're
Is it
circling
Ronald
back.
Reagan?
Something
Full
might
circle.
beat Ronald Reagan. I don't know.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Bobby
Talking
Gucci.
about a little New York movie theater made me think about a certain somebody. I am picking, for those of you who might not know, I'll explain, but I am picking the guy that Christian Harloff refers to as Barnaby that robbed and hustled his movie theater that he worked at in 1995. This guy would steal the quarters out of the like the Mortal Kombat and the arcade games. And so when the guy came to collect the money, Mortal Kombat was the most popular game of all time at that point. And he put he noticed somebody was taking money, so he put a big chain around it so that somebody couldn't break into it. The guy walks up to the machine, sees the chain on it, walks and goes to the hardware store next door, probably steals bolt cutters, comes back, snaps it off, takes the money out, and I think Christian said he just got out of jail.
So I believe this is anonymous, but it's somebody that I'm related to. But a family member of mine worked at a video store during college as a mom and pop shop, and they had no tolerance for damaged DVDs. So if they heard that a DVD or a game or any sort of disc was damaged, they just threw it out. You just checked it off a form, and then they wrote it off. And that family member, during their college career, stole probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 250 movies, about 50 video games, and then also that generation of Xbox.
Jeez.
Yeah, we found about this all afterwards.
This is your mother you're speaking? Who are we talking about? Your mom was a shoplifter?
No. This wasn't a shoplifter. This was somebody who worked in a video store.
It's a family friend, Kaiser.
No, it's not a family friend. It's a family member.
Your real mom or your adopted mom? Who is the one that...
Why does it have to
You assume that I have two parents that love me?
I assume you may be
Or what
adopted.
associate?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Nah.
Trust me, my parents tried to put me up for adoption 16 times, but if the state didn't get involved...
I don't have a family member that chooses to love me like somebody who's adopted.
Right.
Let's make that clear. But yeah,
well, we'll adopt you. We can give you a job in the dungeon. I can be your, what's it
It's
called?
weird shit. There's somebody's name that says Kaiser and shit on the bathroom. We need somebody to scrub that off.
That's a good way to get kicked out of the dungeon. That's a good way. If you start writing your name in feces on any wall of the dungeon, you will be dismissed, excused. I don't care how many wins you have, how many belts you have. If you start using the shit finger, you're out.
What about the collider offices?
I don't think anybody should be using their crap for ink. I'm against that practice.
I think that just means you're probably a bad writer or a shit writer, if I should say.
Maybe. I've been inside that collider bathroom, and I would advise you to use the women's if you have the opportunity.
I feel like I would.
Can confirm that is a true statement.
You walk into the men's room, it's got like headbutt marks from Kalinowski headbutting the thing after losses, just angry.
Yeah. There's not even a mirror anymore.
No, that's gone.
That
That's because Roka punched the mirror. So Kalinowski was headbutting the hand dryer, and Roka was punching the mirror, and that's why we can't have nice things in the Schmodown. Because they just want to fuck up the bathrooms. These guys who get mad when they lose. Yeah. It's not a good look.
Honestly, they've saved so much money in repairs now that we've gone virtual.
Seriously. That's truth. Not to mention all the toilet paper rolls Bibiani used to steal and put in his backpack.
That's a grifter right there.
Just saying. I've seen it. I got a couple rolls. I was like, yo, brother, spare me a couple rolls. He's like, cool, Kaiser, we're tight.
Yeah.
Bibiani hit me off with a couple rolls. We're both paisans. Me and Bibiani get each other.
Yeah. You guys are both Aquariuses, too. It's weird.
Is that real?
I have no clue. I have no idea what.
I don't even know my astrological sign. I don't believe in that shit. So
I have no idea
what
your. I know what your birthday is. I have no idea what your astrological sign is.
What is your birthday?
My astrological sign is the snow crab.
Oh, okay.
I don't
The
know.
blue
what that
one.
means.
Crab.
The blue one. They're all blue.
The one that's blue, the bluest.
Cancer.
I was born on March 32nd.
Oh.
That's
I'm in that weird hybrid leap year.
Oh boy.
Where were we going with this, Parker?
No idea.
I was just kind of waiting for you to bail me out.
Where
here,
was
pal.
somebody else
You're
going?
not much of a comedy partner right now.
I
Parker.
Sorry,
I
you said
couldn't pull
March
anything out of my
32nd.
ass on that one
You
either.
said you were born on March 32nd. It's a leap year. Let's backtrack. Yeah, that means you're a Cancer.
That's where we left off.
Yeah.
I'm a Cancer. Okay.
I mean, you're a Cancer and a Leo at the same time, if you know what I mean by that.
I'm a Cleo.
Yeah.
Cleo.
Cleopatra.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
That's royalty.
You're
That's
Mr.
all.
Cleo.
I would do well with the Egyptians.
I feel like you would.
I'd have had pyramid stone moving. Let's get this thing up over here, move it around.
It's because
there.
you're so tight with the aliens, too. They just
And
know
I'd
ya.
be like, and by the
You're
way, who directed the movie No Way Out with Kevin Costner and Gene Hackman?
How does Kevin Costner keep getting work?
Does anybody know who directed the I'm going to guess, 87 film No Way Out, starring Kevin Costner and Gene Hackman?
It sounds like a
It's a
Tony Scott
political
movie, but I don't
thriller.
think he was.
It's
Yeah, I don't
definitely not
think he
Tony
was
Scott.
Was it?
directing then.
Was it Rob
I
Reiner?
watched this in college.
Not Rob Reiner.
Man,
You're thinking
no.
of the one with Nicholson was directed by Rob Reiner.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
No, you're gonna the Code Red. That's the Reiner movie.
Yeah.
That called.
The code. Oh,
Did you
no,
hear
no.
the Code
Few
Red?
Good Men?
Yeah, that's Reiner.
Yeah.
So who directed No Way Out, bitches?
I gave my guess. I don't know.
I
don't
gave
know
a guess.
either. I'm gonna Google. I gotta
You
Google
tell
that.
me.
You don't even know either.
Kaiser, you tell me when that's a DC movie, and I'll give you an answer.
And that's the right answer, by the way. It's a very famous. Roger Donaldson. Did he make
What else did he
anything?
do? You tell me another movie he
Species.
directed.
He made a movie
Dante's-
called The Brown Shoe, which was a 1968 black and white
No,
movie.
No, no.
Didn't he also direct
Dante-
Species in 95?
He's a New Zealand director.
He directed
He did.
Cocktail.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
he did direct Species. Oh my god.
He also directed Dante's Peak.
Directed
Classic
the world's fastest
Dante's.
Pour
Indian.
one
Have you
out for
guys
Roger.
not? Has anybody here in this room? Has anybody in this room not seen No Way Out with Kevin Costner and
Of
Gene
course I
Hackman?
haven't.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so
Okay.
Juice has seen it. Ghost.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, Captain Ron. Wait, that's me. Deacon.
No, I know the Family Guy reference to it, but not the movie.
So Bethany, no.
Not a clue.
You guys need to put this on some date night shit. Phenomenal film. AJ, never seen No Way Out?
Nope.
Parker, you would like this movie. It's got Cold War 80s shit.
Okay.
Like
No, that actually
it-
sounds
it-
up my
it's
alley.
Seriously, like it's not over the top cheesy CIA shit. It's like
Okay.
fathomable. Like
Sure.
dude,
It's
I'm
not like Body
talking-
of Lies. It's like an actual.
no, brother,
like,
brother. This
No.
movie is fucking intense, and you are on the edge of your seat the entire
I'm
time.
in.
The only-
Super dope film.
The only
What's it
reason
called?
I've seen
No
it,
Escape. No
Way Out.
No Way Out.
the
But
only
is there a
reason
way
I-
out?
I'm
No-
adding it
no
to my
way out.
Spoil it for us.
No Escape is definitely an Owen Wilson movie.
Yes.
No
and
Escape?
Parker,
No Escape
I
is
will-
an Owen
95
Wilson,
movie,
Josh
right?
Brolin movie.
Parker, I will trade you Alexa for No Way Out, or Electra. For
Alexa,
No Way
you're
Out.
gonna give me an Alexa if I watch No Way Out.
She's
Deal.
in play too. Is that her name?
Alexa, yeah.
She's in the
Yeah.
MCU. Alexa, not
Alexa,
Electra.
no. Alexa, she works on Fifth.
We're gonna trade Electra. She does. She makes good money.
Yeah.
We're gonna trade No Way Out for Electra.
I don't know if that's a fair trade.
You're gonna have to watch. It works for you,
I'm
not
talking
me.
for you. You're telling me to watch
I'm gonna
a good
have
movie,
to watch. This
and I'm
movie
telling
at
you to watch
some
one of the
point.
worst movies I've ever seen.
At some
If-
point.
Yeah.
If
I like
Robert
the Capital One
watches
Girl.
No Way Out, will you send his headphones back?
No,
Given that
I don't want them. I don't want them.
Ooh.
I don't want them. I don't want them until I am able to go get them in person.
I was just about to say the same thing. The minute you are here,
Yeah.
you can have your headphones. That's how I
Absolutely.
ensure
Mm-hmm.
the spiders return to LA.
Yeah.
And
I don't want
that's
them until I'm there.
confirmation that the dungeon doesn't have UPS campus ship.
No.
Look here. The dungeon is
Oh,
about
God.
many
Oh,
things.
okay.
The dungeon is about many things. Spending a little extra on shipping is not amongst them. We
No.
like to
No.
pinch a couple pennies here and there.
We still use flip phone.
Especially
Yeah.
right now.
We have burner phones to make sure that Dagnino or Koi isn't tracking us.
And let's face it, both of those guys are weirdos. So
Yeah.
I would
So
put
weird.
tracking.
I would not put tracking past Koi Jandru.
No, he's a fucking weirdo.
He seems
Got
like
that
he's seen
weird-
Eagle Eye more than once, actually.
That
Now that you
weird
bring it up.
mustache, the weird cats,
Don't get me wrong,
hangs out
they're
with the
good
kid,
cats.
fucking weirdo.
Good cats, but he definitely has a connection at the CIA.
Really?
I would assume so. You can usually tell.
CIA, FBI, yeah,
He's
one.
a little too
NSA.
nice. He's a little
There
too
we go.
nice. He's got something to hide. Anybody that nice has got something to hide.
I don't like anybody without a dark side.
Thank you, Ghost. You see me, dude, I wear it on my sleeve. You know that I've had a few felonies against me, but I'm proud of it. I lean into it. I let everybody know what time it is.
Alleged.
They're not felonies now. They were in
Freeman.
1978 when I was charged.
Yeah, the laws.
I was 3 years old, but I was committing crimes.
You were a
over-
grifting from a young age.
I was. I'm my second favorite grifter after Ronald Reagan.
Right after Ronald Reagan.
My own favorite.
So you mean to tell me that that committing the felony before I joined the dungeon, that wasn't necessarily necessary?
You did not have to.
Look.
What we'd like to say is go prove yourself. Go get in some trouble. It's like Fight Club. How much do you know about yourself? You've never been in a fight.
All right.
I want to see you get slapped around a little bit and how you react. That's how I know you're moxie. Right, Parker?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's right on. I had never committed a felony before I joined the dungeon, and since then, God, how much time we got? I don't even know if I can count that high.
We literally broke into Karloff's car Parker's first day in the Schmodown. I'm like, okay, this is the rite of passage.
Our goal was to switch stereos with him and Brandon Hanna. We wanted to break into each of their cars, take their stereos out of their cars, and switch them into the other person's car. That was the original goal.
Now, in Hannah's case, it's a Fisher Price, my first radio. So we just had to tape it to the fucking dashboard.
Yeah. He had an MP3 player
Mhm.
from like circa 2007.
Yeah, no. The way it usually works when the new guys come to LA is we get in immediate trouble immediately,
That's
and
accurate.
we get ourselves out, and that's how we know who's worth their salt. You know, some
There
guys
you
are left behind.
Yeah.
Not Robert Parker.
No, I got back on the plane. We're all good.
He made it. He slept for 13 minutes at my house and then got on the plane.
That's
I was
generous.
Like, I was like, you gotta get up. You gotta get. He's like, wait, what? I'm like, I know we just got back, but you gotta go, bro. I don't want you to leave.
Okay, so most of that was a joke, except that. That's very real.
Well,
That
there
part
are
is-
elements of that story that I definitely believe to be somewhat true.
the whole sleeping for hardly any time because we got back so late. That's absolutely true.
Man, it's-
No, I literally remember going to bed, and I swear to Christ, my head hit the pillow, and then my alarm went. Ding. I'm like, what in the fuck? I'm like,
Dude, I was gone by the time you got
gotta
there.
get
I
this
think
kid up. So see, there you go. It's a good thing you're
Yeah.
self-sufficient. Don't rely on me to get you up in the morning.
that's the other thing about the dungeon. You got to be able to set your own damn alarm.
You got, yeah. I will get you
because
Fair.
in trouble on the couch. Where you go from there is on you. Okay. I'm praying for you to miss your plane. That means we're getting a Bloody Mary and a burger. So
Oh,
Look
now
back
we're
at me.
talking, dude.
yeah, no. Every time you pass out in the dungeon, there's Kaiser or Smets with a hot brand with the dungeon logo right in front of it, just waiting.
Smeth's the one who's gonna like throw cold water on your face at like 4 a.m. as a prank.
yeah.
I wish it was cold water.
Nice. Oh shit, that was a good one, Andre.
Robert, we got you here. We have a famous story that we've told from the other perspective many times. I'm sure you can figure out where this is
First of all,
going.
who's Robert? I keep hearing this name, bro. I don't know who that is. You
In a
address him as
bar
Parker
after
or
a comedy set.
Is this an Atlanta story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
When
yeah.
somebody named
Oh,
Jake Gacavetta ran into
Oh
the
yeah.
bar.
Yeah. So look, that was a lovely evening. at Atlanta.
It was a lovely evening.
It was a lovely evening. It was the Friday before the show, and we were all hanging out. It was after stand-up. It was after Ellis's show. And yeah, I mean, like the story's been told a bunch, so I'm sure people have heard it. But basically, yeah, Jake was having a whale of a time, as were most of us.
I had a way to tell it like a third grade teacher having a whale of a time. Go on.
What do you want me to say? Like we
were getting fucked up.
Yeah, that's absolutely accurate. Him more than most, which is fair. Like that's
most
power to him.
Jake
power
likes
to him.
A few cocktails.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Great
We were doing shots. I was doing shots with like RB3. It was a good time. And yeah, Jake lost his balance, which happens. It happens to the best of us. And me and Larry Payne. Larry Payne's doing a lot of work in that sentence. Larry Payne helped him up, and I was standing there.
You were like a kickstand where Larry was like the forklift. You were a kickstand and Larry was a forklift.
There you go. Yeah. I was the training wheels, and and Larry was the one pedaling.
Larry was the frame of the Schwinn, and you were the you were the little pink basket on the front of the fucking bike.
That was the bell that you ring.
Yeah,
you're coming.
Hi, I'm the spider. I'm here to compete in the Schmodown. Ring, 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 ring.
I was that reflective light so that when cars come by, they see that there's a person on a bike there.
Yeah. That's how you would have ended up if you had joined some other asshole's faction. Like they'd have had y'all fucking paraded around town like a fucking weirdo. Do some magic. How about you go fuck yourself? Here's our magic. We're gonna win every match. That's the only magic we want to see Parker do in the dungeon. Do a magic trick. I got a trick. I'll make Chandru's belt disappear. How's that for a fucking trick?
What was the what's the nickname, Kaiser, that we had the other night? Do you remember?
He's the Radio Shack champion of the world.
No. I don't know if we should say this on stream.
Please.
Oh, I'll text you. You tell me. What? This is.
We found a line that Parker was not willing to cross.
I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure that I've been pretty adamant about where I stand on that, man.
That's true.
He's wearing your belt is where
that's true.
Is where I stand.
For now, we'll see if Chance can do it on Friday.
What's wrong with Chandru the chuckle fuck? That's not, you can't say that on.
I don't know if you want to share that.
That sounds
Chandru the chuckle fuck. I don't know.
That's delightful.
I like it. I think
I'm pretty sure that was just a couple beers in. We were talking.
You got Bethany's blessing. You're good, dude.
Yeah, see,
that is literally like the 8th time I've heard him called that.
I think that's a much better nickname than the Chosen. I think he should just adopt that full time. Chandru the chuckle fuck. I think that's.
I like Chandru, the guy who's wearing Parker's belt, is the best.
See, that's too long for YouTube, though. They don't take
is
that.
It?
Yeah, too many characters.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong, Kaiser. I think everybody knows that deep down. It's just about how many. We got to make this advertisable. We got to make those keystrokes.
We got to let the guy know that he's got maybe a chance.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Full sense of security. It's the Grifter's #1 rule.
All right.
Don't let them know about it. Yeah. Full sense of security.
I think. Yeah.
Well, hopefully and I hate to say it, but actually, hopefully.
Do you?
Well, no. I'm going to say it here first. I hope he wins only so we can take it from him.
I agree.
I don't want to take a belt off a Chance.
I agree.
I would. Look, I'll take a belt from Chance. Don't get me wrong. I low-key pull for Chance because I like him as a human being.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
When it comes to Chandru, he needs to be taken out. He's public enemy #1 in the dungeon. Like he's like the postal. You go into the post office, you got the guy's pictures on the walls, right?
Speaking of Chance, it's official. I did beat him again in fantasy football. So
wow! Oh, you guys are in the same league?
I just wanted to my team sucks so much this year, but at least I was able to beat him the 2 times.
So you really are just shit talk. Like, not only is that self-deprecation, you're also just shitting on Chance even more. Like, yeah, I suck, but he's worse.
No, his team is so much better than mine.
We got to show you Jader's team.
Jader.
Oh,
Jader's a good guy.
Jader forgot about.
I like how Parker's already apologizing before he hears the guy's record. Like, Jader's a good guy. He might suck. His record shit, but
No, he doesn't have a shit record. He's what? He's 1-1, 1-2.
He has 2 wins, and he's like 2-12.
2
He
and
scored
12.
40 points this week.
Oh God. Who
Yeah.
did he start? Me at running back?
He doesn't have time to update his fantasy football
like,
team, okay?
He goes with the first overall pick in the draft. We take Andreas the Ghost Gallego as quarterback. Like,
For the New
okay,
York Jets.
he's not in the
For the
fantasy
Jets.
league. He's in the throwdown. You're getting your guys
I
confused.
don't know what he, no, I don't even know.
All right. Well,
What a mess. So yeah, I mean, I hope that Chance does, take it from Chandru, but I at least will have the satisfaction that I could beat him in fantasy football, and that's about it.
you know what? If Chancey wins, God bless him.
Mhm.
Great story for that kid. Busted his ass this year.
It did.
Right? And that kid works hard in multiple fucking divisions. You cannot take a damn thing away from that boy Chance. And I love him to death. I've been trying to steal him since I met the guy. Since the first time I met him, I'm like, who you with? Who do you hang out with?
Shannon's got her
that
hooks in him though.
That's what I'm saying. I even let the kid sleep at the house. Trust me, I'm making a long plan. This kid, he will be in the
Playing the
dungeon.
long game.
He'll be in the dungeon someday. I
He's gonna
hope
be
he
the long run.
loses only because I don't want Parker to win Chance's belt. I want Parker to win Chandru's
Of course.
Radio Shack belt.
I love that Radio Shack. We're not sponsored, by the way. Radio Shack, if you're watching, we'd be happy to sit down and have some
Radio
talk.
Shack is bankrupt. Parker.
They have
That's why
money
they
to-
align
Okay,
themselves
But
with
apparently
swag.
they're coming back.
How many
Oh.
people are in charge of Radio Shack's advertising budget, and how many of them do you think are watching?
If you keep
this?
shit talking them, we're not going to get those $1 million ad
Well, the
revenues.
good news
So-
is-
$1 million.
Drew still has Valvoline locked up, so we still got some kind of fucking ad dollars coming in. Juice went as Dale Earnhardt for Halloween, and he's still wearing the costume.
Or
Hey, I'll tell you what, Juice. I like that Brewer shirt, though. I like that Brewer shirt.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I'm supposed to be
I've
giving some
got
brewers.
Valvoline delivering cases of spotted cow to Parker's apartment as we speak.
Dude, I had a spotted cow on stream tonight. I have one more in the fridge. No joke.
I know you
my
guys
last
are
one.
having
Dan was to
Pataco.
pick up a 6-pack for the show, and I completely forgot. So, but
Spotted cow's good.
See what happens when the dungeon comes on your show. You get 2-3 hours of entertainment. I challenge any of these other punk bitch factions to come on. They want, let me do my 15 minutes, and then I got to go balance my checkbook and then get caught up on Pen 17 or whatever the fuck on Hulu. Like, dude, the dungeon represents. We come here, we entertain everybody. We
It's a very
represent.
nice way of you to say we have nothing else to do. No, I'm just
Hey,
kidding. I'm
fine,
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Leave it
kidding. I'm
out.
kidding.
Jesus Christ.
You know, the good news is, Parker, I just got a quiz that I'm going to whip up now. And
I'm totally kidding.
you
Oh,
sure
man.
you want me to pull this out? Because we can go to work.
What kind?
If you
What quiz
want.
we talk? Like, are you gonna ask me who directed No Way Out again? Because I still don't know.
I got my pad right here. I'm always fucking making
Oh,
quiz.
Oh yeah?
Don't count me out.
Blood.
Never.
Parker, it's time now we're doing late night training.
Yeah.
If I don't pass out, I'll be right back.
I believe in you.
So
I don't know.
He's getting the big guns.
right now is a
No
good
idea
time
what he's
to plug next week. Actually,
Sure.
it's going to be pretty straightforward. We usually don't call ourselves specifically a Schmodown show, but we're going to do a year-end recap next week, and we have some familiar faces confirmed, and we're going to leave it open-ended for anyone else who wants to join. But Frankie Janish, Chance, who we were just talking about, and Barbarian Craig are all going to be on next week, and maybe some more. We'll see.
Yeah, Craig's a good guy. I like Craig.
Love Craig.
Yeah.
So what does everybody have for plans for Spectacular Weekend though? Like I work retail, so it's gonna be like catching on the replay for me. But
For me, I'm definitely. I mean, I work weekends as well too, but I'm actually using one of my sick days to watch the entirety of Spectacular, and I think I'm going to be watching it with Drew and Nerd Chronic over at their place at some point. So yeah, no, it's going to be a party when the freaking Spectacular happens.
Yeah, we're figuring things out right now because potentially we might be going to the Florida Gator LSU game, but that's up in the air at the moment. So hopefully we'll see it before we stream on Tuesday, but it could be tough for us too.
Mhm.
I've taken off work for that day.
There we go. Solidarity.
You are.
So I have a question, and I don't know with the way that
Amazing that
the
2 hours
Schmodown is
in, they
about-
finally get to start asking questions.
Well, no.
Hey,
This
now
is-
that we're an
this
hour
is a
two, we got a
hypothetical
few questions
question.
for you guys because Kaiser never shuts his fucking mouth. Go
This
ahead,
is a
sir.
hypothetical question. So
Our favorite.
if I'm a patron and I want to have spectacular just playing on the speakers of my business that I work at, does that like violate any sort of agreement?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's a private link that I paid for. Like,
You paid for it.
As long as you're not selling it, you're probably fine. It's the same thing with
Okay.
like you can like I would assume I'm not a illegal mind, but I would assume it's the same thing with like illegally streaming movies. Like as long as you're not selling it or pretending to distribute it or like pretending to have any rights to it, it's not really illegal.
Or
Kaiser.
even recording it as well.
Yeah,
Kaiser,
same. You're
can
not
you get-
recording it. You're not selling it. You're not being the distributor. Like
yeah, I might just hook up the Bluetooth.
also
on
again,
my
I'm not
speaker.
a legal mind. Don't.
Kaiser, can you get Brandon the oldest on the
As
phone?
a lawyer as well as a musician, so
I
trust
am not a lawyer. I chose not to go to law school for a good reason.
I mean, but what's the difference between putting on the Schmodown on the radio and the speakers, as opposed to having a football game or a basketball game in the background?
right.
Do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
That is. Yeah.
We have a legal question.
Will
Yeah,
Christian
you're the one with
Harloff
the
sue me?
yellow legal pad right there.
I will say I know that no one is unfortunately relating as lawyers, but we are probably about to wrap up. So Juice, get the key chart ready to play us out. But since we aren't moonlighting as lawyers, do we want to go around real quick and plug what we are currently doing, where to find you on social, all that jazz? Kaiser, hit us up with it.
You can find me at a really good poke place called Just Poke. And I'm telling you, you go through the line and they just stack all your favorite spicy tuna. It's called Just Poke in Hermosa Beach.
It's a good
And it's
pun.
very affordable. I will be there tomorrow at 11 a.m. In line, first guy. I'll sign autographs if anybody else is looking for.
I'm
Yeah.
getting right in line.
And
Right
other than that, I'm looking for a few good people to help clean the walls of the movie theater I work at because some dastardly shit went down and I'm not getting involved.
there.
Said Finstock on the wall, didn't it?
It might
I don't want to disclose that. I don't want to besmirch my tag team partner.
Andre, hit us up. Where can we find you except for at Just Poke?
Oh goodness, you'll definitely not find me at that movie theater ever again. But you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Galagos. You can also find me on Twitch as Galagos209, and you can also find me cutting up video reviews and doing some really cool retrospectives on High Voltage Media. We just put up our review of David Fincher's Mank last weekend. So really proud of that video. If you haven't seen the movie, or if you have seen the movie and you want to hear a second opinion on it, definitely go check that out. I'm really proud of that video.
Will do.
Can you send me the link to that shit, bro?
Yeah, I'll send you a link, dude.
Send me that, please.
You can find me on all social medias at Kaiser Said So. I'm here. I'll be drinking Spotted Cow and tweeting from that account. So
I love it. Dude, on that note, play that sweet dungeon theme for us.
Now, I did try to learn the dungeon theme. It's a little too complicated to get figured out in this time. I had it playing and I couldn't. David B is too good.
He is
But I did
Can we
learn.
still have can we still use your theme?
I still have it saved. I bet you we
Okay.
could.
I would think that we because I like that. I like you coming out to your own damn music.
I agree. We'll talk about it later. This is an off-screen conversation.
It's a good conversation to have
I
because
agree. We should have it.
that's good music for you. My friend made that, not quite for you, but he allowed you to have it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So I
Jason, what do you got?
learned the theme. I've already learned it. I played it out in the 5-pointer. The theme to a hopeful dungeon member, Ben the Boss Bateman. I have his theme still, maybe. Ivory Sickle.
Man, we're making a play for him.
And so am I. Oh, you turn it up. It is okay.
That sounds like some Red District music right there. Like,
I only remember the first couple notes, but yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Juice. I loved it.
Well, thank you, everybody.
she really didn't like it. She was
show.
being nice.
And we'll see you again.
Happy night.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
And we lost AJ, and we're still on the air. All right. Way to go, engineer.
I got
Good
news
job,
for you guys.
buddy.
Hey, Juice,
We made a deal with Valvoline. We got them to give us another $30,000. We're gonna go one more hour.